Hey guys, this is Danny Boy. This is my Infiltrator run in the Mass Effect demo on Insanity. I have to say this was probably one of my favorite runs. It was really fun. I really like the Infiltrator. I like the changes they've made to him. Of all the classes, it seems like the Infiltrator has changed quite a bit just in how Cloak works, how the AI responds to Cloak, and the addition of sticky grenades. Sticky grenades are by far my favorite new grenade. I know I didn't really show them off in my demo, or rather my other videos at all, but I did try them myself just in short playthroughs to check them out. And sticky grenades seem to be powerful and just fun to use. I'll use them several times throughout the video, the majority of which are fails on my part, but what can I say? I do in fact suck. So yeah, pleased to see sticky grenades. Unfortunately right now I'm not really making use of Cloak, I'm just hanging back, hunkering down. I will use it in a second just to finish a guy off. Shotgun Infiltrator also seems to be way more effective, at least from the content that I was given in the demo. Seems to be more of a valid playstyle rather than just a gimmick. Though you absolutely could be a Shotgun Infiltrator in Mass Effect 2, you had to be over halfway through the game in order to just get your hands on a shotgun. And also, it just... you could do it, but you weren't really being particularly smart in doing so. It wasn't a very viable strategy, it was more just a gimmick to mix the gameplay up a bit. The vast majority of the time, you of course would be better off just whipping out a sniper rifle and going to town in that respect. But now you can use a shotgun right from the beginning, or at least much earlier on, I would think, since any class can use any weapon. Also, the addition of Sabotage is a huge buff to the class. Sabotage seems to be amazing against any tech enemies. Even the final boss seemed to be at least somewhat affected by it. He seemed to pause for a period of time, and it allowed some alternate strategies for the final boss fight, which I'll demonstrate in a bit. I kind of am actually not sure about Sabotage, insofar as it does seem to make certain fights far easier, not trivial, but way easier than the other classes. And you can do it on any class, but I just don't want to make things too easy. I don't want necessarily unfair advantages, and I'm almost to the point, and I haven't seen enough to say for sure, but kind of leaning towards Sabotage maybe being a little overpowered when you're facing technical enemies. It's that good. But here we are going Shotgun Engineer, or Infiltrator, excuse me. And yeah, I knew that guy was gonna flank me. In a bit of a precarious position here, and then of course a grenade. Always has to be a grenade. But get out of there. And one thing to keep in mind when you're using stealth, or cloak rather, enemies, it depends on the enemy. If you cloak right in front of an enemy, and you don't start behind cover or anything, they'll still shoot you. They're not idiots. You're just invisible. You're not invincible. So they know you're still there. I mean, their AI is smart enough to continue shooting you, so you can't just run up to a guy, cloak in front of him, and then expect him to leave you alone. He'll keep shooting you. He won't let you just backstab him or anything. So keep that in mind. I'm actually using disruptor ammo throughout this entire fight, and I actually did use the ice ammo, whatever it's called, freezing ammo, cryo ammo, that's what it's called, in another gameplay, but unfortunately when I was doing these videos, Mass Effect 3, the demo crashed twice. So I had to actually do 3 freaking gameplays in order to get this footage, which was very asinine. But so yeah, I used it in some other gameplays, and it's extremely effective. I would highly recommend, if you're going Shotgun Infiltrator, to go with cryo ammo. It freezes almost immediately when using the shotgun, since you hit enemies multiple times because it's a pellet weapon. Bam! And it just gives you increased survivability, and it also, I think, weakens armor or something. It's just great all the way around. I will absolutely be making, if I do go Shotgun Infiltrator in the end, I'll be making use of that as my primary ammo. I just love Cloak. I love how it allows you... I mean, I was able to run all the way to the clear other side of the room in this fight, kill the one guy that was there, and now I'm behind cover, and now I can completely flank these guys. My team's on the one side, I'm on the other side. And now, of course, if I had a sniper rifle, I would be absolutely amazing right now. Unfortunately, I'm just using, the shotgun right now, and I'm really tired of using the Matak, so I will just do what I want. I don't know what I'm doing there. That's not going to work, my friend. And just positioning your party members on one side while you flank and allow you to get behind tough targets and everything is just absolutely great. I love the strategy around that. I love positional combat. Stickier grenades also add a whole different level of strategy in how you use them. Do you use them against single powerful targets? Do you use them against groups? How do you conserve them? You know, just the skill involved of getting them on your target, and it's quite difficult to do from range. You'll see I totally whiff a few times. But then again, I suck. But when you cloak and get up behind people and just use them at point blank, it doesn't actually break your cloak, which is very nice. So that's that. Overall, though, I definitely like the new options added to them. I like that Cryo Ammo is good now. I like that they've sabotaged, though again, not totally sure about it because I don't like overpowered stuff or cheap stuff, really. I'm hesitant to use sniper rifles because they were so cheap in Mass Effect 2. Just the Widowmaker plus time dilation was just the absolute cheapest, cheesiest thing in the entire game. It's part of the reason. I mean, if there was any class as easy as Soldier in Mass Effect 2, it was Infiltrator, just because of Widowmaker. Just getting access to the Widowmaker, even without time dilation, just getting access to the Widowmaker made the game so trivial, so many of the encounters trivial. On Insanity, which was kind of a shame, but could choose not to use it. If I went into Mass Effect 2 now, I would, you know, just pick up a shotgun or pick up even an assault rifle. Yeah, see, there's a very nice whiff for the sticky grenade, completely missing. I'm so good, you guys!
Keep up the pressure.
Incinerate might have been nerfed a little bit. Again, all of these comparisons are when these abilities are very, very low level, so probably not a fair comparison. But I recall even very unskilled Incinerates being able to really demolish red bar enemies, so either Incinerate was nerfed or just red bar enemies in general have more life, and they clearly do. The red bar does take way more to knock down than it did in the previous game. They've obviously compensated for the fact that not everybody has armor by just making the red bar take way longer to deal with. So that's true. But I'm not sure about Incinerate. Doesn't seem to be as effective, but it's probably a number of factors, not just Incinerate being blanketly nerfed. Cloak seems to have been buffed, though, overall. It seems to last longer, even at lower levels, though I do have it spec for duration, but still, even without that, and I have played it without that, it seems to last longer. It seems to just function better as an ability. It was great in Mass Effect 2 as well, just for positioning and what have you, but the AI reacts differently. Enemies don't just, like, run away from you. It almost seemed like more so in Mass Effect 2. And that combined with the ammo skills, like right there, just the disruptor shot is just great. Getting that to proc. And I definitely saw that its top evolutions, one of which is just super, it's like Assassinate from Mass Effect 2, the buff to Cloak, where it makes your damage you do more damage. In this game it seems to be specific to sniper rifles. But that, along with bonus headshot damage and whatever from ammo powers if you spec them that way, and the time dilation will make sniper rifles still, I'm sure, incredible. But you can also spec it for something very interesting, and that is being able to use a single offensive power from Cloak without uncloaking yourself. That has potential. I mean, even just using an Incinerate or something, but being able to run up to a sentry and sabotage it and then duck around cover without breaking your cloak, and not that you need to do that necessarily, but it might be interesting. Or maybe being able to do 2 sticky grenades for whatever reason. Should be fun. So we're at the boss again. This time I decided not to go right. I decided not to deal with those guys in that way and to see what Sabotage will do on the boss. Well, he doesn't seem to attack the other guys, but he seems to kind of lose his... Actually, I don't know if he just shot at one of them or if he shot at Liara, but he definitely shot at somebody when he was sabotaged, so that might have actually made him attack the other guys. Though he did definitely pause and do nothing. So, for a period of time, and yeah, he did. That guy up on the north side is definitely an enemy, and so he definitely shot at him. So yeah, even in this fight, Sabotage makes things easier, but it's not such a huge deal that I would say it's cheese or anything. It's really not that important. It does make him pause for a while, so it'll allow you to reposition yourself or something, but Cloak does the job just as well. So really not a huge deal. But yes, ignoring the guys on the right seems to work fine on the Infiltrator, because you have Cloak. I imagine that strategy will work on other classes as well. if I tried it more. I was just in the habit of doing it this way because of my Vanguard was my first playthrough. This took a little bit longer on the Infiltrator, though, it seems. Not totally sure why. Maybe because I just spent so much time just booking because I could and knocking these guys out one by one rather than doing it all in one big clump with the Singularity. Alright guys, well this is coming to a close to an extent, so again I want to thank you guys for watching, and I ask you to subscribe or comment or like or whatever if you'd like. I appreciate it. Check out all my other Mass Effect 3 demo videos if you want. I show all the other classes on my channel. I have a playlist made up of them, so you can see that. Don't die, fool. That was close. I was kind of surprised I survived, actually. Getting a little bit too aggressive, a little too cocky. But I'm now in the habit of not being that cautious in this fight for the most part. Oh, and yeah, I tried strafing. Or rather, I tried just... not circle strafing, but try just getting close to the guy and just shooting him, and then trying to circle around him, but he turns on a complete dime. He can turn complete 180 instantly if he wants to. So, if he's not focusing on somebody else. So yeah, you definitely can't do that. I definitely don't see circle strafing or jousting him working at all, really. But he does have a melee attack, so maybe. But it seems to be really dangerous and probably not worth the risk. There's so many other ways to kill him that it doesn't really matter. So, yeah, guys, check out my channel. And just thanks for watching and have a good one. I'm going to cut out here. I can't really think of anything more to say. Alright, guys, see you later.